situational. G2 versus FABRIKEN, and it is going to be Latex here pushing forward. Mixwell is going to be on defense. It's going to be G2 defending, but he goes down to the boom bar, and that is not the way you want to start this one, because that's going to be a 4 versus 5 pushing onto the site. Spike goes down. This is a very early plant here. Zippin takes one onto Ardis, and now it's a 5 versus 3 in the early stages. Very quick entry on the pistol round.
Yeah, very, very quick. Pith actually going to pick up Zippin down on triple there, but again, the post-plant setup here from FABRIKEN is actually super strong. I don't expect them to break this right now. You see the Molly coming out to deny the plant. And actually now we're going to try and get some spam through, but again, without getting a pick off early enough here, I don't think they've got the time really to play around this defuse there.
Well, wall does go up, and they will tap it to see if they get it. Can they stop the defuse, though? Is there going to be anyone? No, Classic's going to go down. Pith falls as well, and that is going to be what should be comfortable second round. A couple of SMGs, a Bulldog to work with as well for Zippin. Meadow gets the opener onto Mixwell. Mixwell's just trying to catch someone off guard in the shower. It's not going to work out. Boombot is going to try and do its damage once again. But this time, Classic at least is going to be able to survive that one. Smoke will go down to try and survive here at Hookah. But this should be an easy round for them. I don't think FABRIKEN have to worry about pushing anything too quickly here, especially after getting that early pick.
No, they've shown presence over towards Hookah here. The 3 stack inside there. You can see Cypher still. He's going to come in and challenge there. Pith going to get shut down by Meadow outside showers, and now that should be the go signal for them. They've got the information that was over at Hookah now. Free site execute again. Spike will go down to the truck. And now again, a very difficult retake here, especially considering the utility at their disposal.
Yeah, ideally just want to do a little bit of damage to the economy here, see if they can 1 or 2 on exits. A decent think there from Ardis. With the Classic, I mean, I don't know how people do that with the Classic. I certainly can never hit shots with it, let alone do any damage.
Mine does not shoot that straight, I tell you.
Definitely doesn't. Maybe if they get a pick, they could go for it, but I think they knew at this point they weren't going to be able to get any sort of defuse. No. Instead, they're hoping for some exits, but quite rightly, FABRIKEN have all exited the same way. A little bit of damage was done to them in terms of health, but they haven't lost any guns, which means they go into this 3rd round with a healthy total of cash, but it's always going to be that weird 3rd round decision of a bit different, and of course being confident in your shot. The smokes will come down here on B site, and the push will follow. Latex is going to be the first onto site. He does see 2 players there on elbow, so he's going to pop another smoke just to ensure they can push onto site comfortably. But how comfortable is it going to be for the plan? Is there anyone to deny it? No, not yet. The Mixwell gets 1. Will take him down, looks for the second, but gets just dashed out of the way from Hookah. Now it's going to be down to these SMGs on this site here. Are they going to be able to hold? Pith will take down Latex, so it's going to be a 4 versus 3 at this point. But the bomb is down. What can David do here? Couple of spray down. Shadow takes down Petit, so actually now it's a 3 versus 3. Shadow also takes down Pith. This could be huge. Meadow gets 1 as well. And now Mixwell, he's got no health, no hope. And I think this is going to be a 3rd to FABRIKEN unless he pulls out something majestic. But time's running out.
Shadow's going to upgrade that to a Phantom. Again, trying to catch Mixwell's exit over towards the defensive spawn. But again, Mixwell at this point, he's just going to try and save his weapon. Comes all the way back. Everybody else is going to bail to the teleporter and long. So again, a 3rd round.
So much information can be gathered, but we're back into things, folks. Thanks for waiting with us. 3-0 when we left it and 3-0 when we're back. So things all sorted and dandy as FABRIKEN again just trying to do something and work this A site, but there has been a couple of early frags and Mixwell going down. So it's going to be the man advantage. Ardis gets a decent pick with the Ghost, but Meadow comes around from behind. 3 versus 2. This has been a really good round from G2, considering the fact they've only got Ghosts to work with.
Definitely, yeah. Ardis absolutely doing what we said the Ghost was capable of there. Getting a pick off over on A, but again, the entry onto B there means that we're going to see the collapse over. Cypher kind of lurking back towards the attacking spawn here. You can see David's going to try and come through market. Does find a tripwire. I think at this point, it's probably just sensible. Obviously, they've got themselves 2 Phantoms. Whether or not we're going to see him just play for some exits here. Looks like they're going to rotate back towards the defensive spawn. Maybe just hang around U-Haul. But again, difficult round for G2. Again, they've damaged the economy, so it's not a complete loss. They've kind of made them work for it, but I don't know like we're going to get anything out here. And actually, David looking like he was going to stack up towards, but not going to take a peek. I'm fully expecting them to just come down long here. And FABRIKEN will keep 3 alive. G2 will save 2 guns.
Yeah, I think G2 will be happy with that round. Did a little bit of damage to the economy of FABRIKEN and picked up some rifles, so they don't have to spend too much as well. And I'm excited for today, if I'm honest, Hypok, because a lot of the Valorant I've been
sheer volume of events and competitive games. So it's definitely something exciting to follow on. Again, Mixwell actually going to find Shadow. He showers there. I'm guessing he saw the two stacked up behind him. He's backed all the way off behind truck here. The Boombar going to come out. His shoulder piece coming out. Mixwell going to miss that one, unfortunately. But here comes the laps out. Showers here. Pip going to shut down Zipan. Now Meadow's going to come through and look into lamps.
Things you hate to see if you're a Raze main. Showstopper
Yep.
not even connecting. Don't think it even did any damage. Just whiffed it, and Pith will get another onto Lactex, so it's just going to be Meadow. He has managed to creep his way into lamps, and I wonder whether they have spotted him here. It does look like Pith is looking that way. Camera is up with the Cypher as well. Smoke comes out, so I think they do have the information. But it's going to be really just him trying to do a little bit of damage to G2, but he's going to walk straight into Mixwell's op, and that
Information, and they just decide to kind of force on, and actually Shadow going to shut down Mixwell at Cubby this time on A. So Mixwell again going for an aggro angle, and here you can see, as I was just talking about the push out from B, this is going to be actually Leo's going to shut that down. The trade will come out from David, but again, this information coming through now. We'll leave David solo on B. You can already see Ardis making the wrap through defensive spawn. Now, actually, it looks like we've got potentially looking for a setup towards Hooker. You can see two members of FABRIKEN on the minimap over there. We have Meadow still lurking around Showers. Pith with the spy cam above Heaven. I'm guessing he just saw a rifle there because you can see the ping coming out. That's one of the advantages of the observer here. But now you can see all three of FABRIKEN stacking over towards short now instead. And I think here we're going to go. Pith actually going to get first contact here. Gets a double headshot. Latex and Zipan will fall, and Shadow as well through the box. There you go. Ardis shuts down Meadow. Clean hold from G2 over at the A site there, Dan.
to reset. Oh, this is going to take a very aggressive angle as well, and that's going to be the early pick for them. Of course, money is not going to be great for FABRIKEN, so they could do with this round. Shadow's just going to fall back at this point, and 4 versus 5, they're going to have to rethink this push.
Yeah, I'm liking this move from G2 again now. Third round, we've seen them look for some of that information on B long. Actually, the second time we see it pay off for them. Ardis actually getting the pick with the operator here. Mixwell actually going to try and swing round up towards Hooker. Is he actually going to find Zipan up on the box? That's a fantastic peek there from Mixwell. A little flick upwards onto him, but again, now we're going to see the rotate come out. Meadow going deep in the attacker spawn, looking like he's coming back round towards Showers, but Shadow, in the meanwhile, looking for some information on short. Whether or not we're going to see Tech, and actually, oh, he does go for a little spray through the smoke there.
I don't know whether he just saw the barrel of a gun or whether it was just a pure guess. But either way, he's done some real damage. I mean, yeah, when the smoke's there and you haven't seen any presence elsewhere on the site, why not spray down? It's very frustrating to get hit by spray down through smoke, but there's David P with the rotate round behind, catches Shadow off guard, and now there's just 2 players remaining for FABRIKEN, who's probably going to be considering trying to save these weapons now. As after losing 2 in a row and it's going to be a third, their money certainly isn't going to be amazing. Meadow's going to be spotted out by the Sova Dart, and there is someone that's come through the teleport.
They're going to catch him.
They want this gun. They want to take it off him, and
yeah.
Mixwell does. There's the op. It's just going to be 1 player remaining, and the Phantom at least will be saved, but 4-3 and G2 right back into this.
It is, yeah. What a turnaround for G2 already. And again, this down a lot of these angles for FABRIKEN on attack. You see the Owl drone coming out this time along short. You see Zipan hop up onto the box. Going to find Patitech in lamps here. We're going to have a default A execute here towards truck. Mixwell not getting any contact here. Hunter's Fury will come out. Going to catch him once. There you go. Shadow will follow up with the headshot with the frenzy and get himself an operator for his troubles.
This was a weak buy on the side of FABRIKEN, but they have 1 player advantage at least, but they've been able to get the spike down, and then post plants are in order. David P does have wall. He has a resurrect as well. Meadow is going to be walled off in Showers. See Ultimate come out from the breach just to do a little bit of damage, see if he can stun anyone. There's 2 picks there for G2. FABRIKEN down to just 2 members. Make that just David. 1. It's Cypher. He's weak. He's in Showers. This should be so comfortable now at this point. Surely someone just sticks this, and the other just faces. And a great retake from G2. Of course, it was a weak buy in the end from FABRIKEN, but they did pretty well considering they only had 2 rifles.
Have kind of read into the game plan, and they've got a couple of tricks up their speed. Again, look at this B long push here. The Owl drone's going down. David P's there to follow up. You can see now being forced all the way back into the spawn. Hunter's Fury comes down from Ardis. 2 picks coming out here. Pith and Patitech will find Latex and Leo. Now Pith's going to try and fall back down B long, but this this push on B long is paying off for them every single time, Dan.
Just really bouncing off of Sober. Hunter's Fury giving him all the information. Meadow is pushing the smoke, but I don't think he saw that there was going to be a player behind him. He does get one, but Patty is going to be there to get the trade, and now it's just down to 2 players remaining on FABRIKEN, and they have to go, and they have to go fast before the rotates can come through. It's all going to be down to Pat. He doesn't get it. Zippin gets the initial kill, which means the spike can go down here. The rotate's going to come through from the defensive side, and there's one player just rotating through short A as well, so they need to keep an eye on their back. Pith is going to give so much information with his Cypher camera here. Does spot that there are 2 players in lamps. I think he saw at least one. And it's whether he can provide that information to the rest of the team. Shadow has an op to work with, so this should be okay for them. But as I say that, just like clockwork, both players go down at the same time. And another defuse for G2, another round on the board. 5 in a row for them now, Hypoc. And it seems like they're you kind of want to wait for them to push, but as soon as they don't push, then you're going to be just giving away unnecessary information, and you're going to be waiting for too long. As again, G2 will get the opener here. FABRIKEN, their money isn't great going into this round. That's why we see them on just stingers. Maybe you can find one here if they push together and peek. They are setting up for a B execute, it would seem. Do have a couple of smokes to work with. Smokes do go down here on this B site.
G2 have already got 4 players over here, though. You can see 2 stacked in elbow. Mixwell playing just under glass. He's got the operator ready, hanging into long archways. The smokes are going to come down here. Again, the recon arrow comes down. Mixwell's actually got to break that angle to destroy the bolt here. Pierce going to get first contact with Meadow. Shut down Shadows as well. Mixwell going to find Latex, and now just Leo. And there you go. Pierce will find his 3rd on the round. Excellent hold from G2. Again, stacked up 4 on B side. They're really, really difficult for FABRIKEN to make anything happen with stingers, but just another
aggressive players from G2.
I mean, it's unfortunate because, again, look at this again. FABRIKEN set up towards A. This time around, G2 only have 2 over. It's Pith and David over on B site. They haven't looked for the long information. You can see already this kind of counter stack. Mixwell already deep in cubby here with the operator. You can see Pat pretty close by. The recon bolt will find them. Actually, oh, they might actually get themselves in. There you go. Leo does find 2. Mixwell and Pat will fall. Now FABRIKEN have control of A site, and that's actually when G2 stacked over towards this side.
Spike down. Aldos does have his sight lines on Shower at the moment, but no one is facing. David is just going to hover in this smoke. Maybe he's going to drop out and be able to find someone. We need to see the first frag going into the favor of G2. Aldos does tag Meadow, but elsewhere David P has gone.
Here this time around. See, the molly will go down, covering off the drone. Comes out of Telly here, and actually, that does peek off of that as well. So FABRIKEN kind of getting shut out of Hooker right now just by Pat on the Brimstone. So it's an interesting hold here. It doesn't look like FABRIKEN's too ready to force the issue. Maybe eager to get this 6th round on attack down, but still now the rotate going to come back over towards the A site. Just David and Mixwell over here. You can see the owl drone from Leoded's coming through. Going to clear out U-Haul. Latex going to follow up here. Default smoke's coming down towards truck. And you see David actually walled himself up above triple. This could be an interesting angle here, Dan.
Certainly could indeed. And Mixwell will find Meadow just creeping around in showers as David P also takes down Zip, and that means that the spike wasn't planted. A Shadow at least will take down Mixwell and get the trade with the op. But with the spike not being down, this round becomes incredibly difficult as Latex is going to pick this one up. He'll now go for it. Is there going to be the deny? You can see the Sage is around the corner.
Nice.
Decent spray down, and the help from Shadow gets his 3rd. And Leo has found himself into showers. Just 1 player remaining from G2, going to be Pat here. I mean, I've seen him win these. Certainly doable, but you'd think that FABRIKEN should be able to hold all angles here and make this near impossible for him. Just need to cover the spray down, but the first one is easy onto Latex. Unfortunately, Latex couldn't move. Gets the second onto Leo as well. And now it's a 1 versus 2, but he is weak and he's not going to be able to do anything too, especially with flashes to work with as well. This could be all players going down, but David gets the first. Latex will trade and he gets a second onto Pat too. It means they've got a 1-player advantage and they will more than happily take that. They retreat back onto the B site. But there has been a couple of players that have always managed to work their way onto A. Yep, Mixwell is going to be there, but he does actually get spotted out. But Leo, unfortunately, can't do anything with it. So now this becomes a 3 versus 3. G2 moving their way over to A. A is clear as well. So this spike can go down. And it's going to have to be a decent retake from FABRIKEN. They just need to regroup, get together, and plan how they're going to assemble this execute.
3v3, 2 players coming over towards Showers. You've got Latex and Meadow here. See Mixwell playing just to the right side, Cubby outside Showers, but I mean, this is difficult. They have one player really deep inside defensive spawn right now. Mixwell's actually going to look for an angle towards pipes. And the information is going to come over to FABRIKEN that Mixwell is nearby. Incendiary going to go out now. The clear doesn't come through. Mixwell will get traded out by Shadow, but he does get one pick on the entry. That's pretty huge now. Going to try and tap here. Spike, I'm going to give the information. Artist gets Shadow. Meadow does trade that out, though. So just in a 1v1 here. Meadow's going to find it. No time for the defuse. That's going to be first round attacking going over to G2. That was close at one point, but G2 killed enough time there that the defuse just wasn't a possibility.
Over on that A site, and it looks like it might play into the hands of FABRIKEN here as well, because G2 certainly scouting this one out. Firebolt will tag one of the players, and now it looks like G2 are going to push in. Mixwell will go over the truck here, finds one, can't quite get the second, but yes, he does, just to the spray down as he falls. The third wasn't there, but Artis is around to clean up Latex, and now there's just 2 players remaining for FABRIKEN. This has been a decent push from G2, especially considering it was such a stack from FABRIKEN, but unfortunately Mixwell just getting up in their grill and not allowing any easy picks to come from them.
No, for a second I didn't think he got the second, but
No.
somehow managed to get it as the fadeaway drop-off truck. Managed to finish him off with the Spectre, and now I expect they're just going to look for some economy damage. Pat might not have any idea they're inside here, or at least stacked as 2. There you go. Zipan gonna fall. There you go.
On both sides, and I think it really shows why Sova is just an integral part of so many compositions right now. Zipan gets the first onto Artis, and now we'll see knives popped for Mixwell, and he wants to get up in the face of the opposition here. He wants to try and do some real damage. It's just going to be 3 members of G2 left. Meadow just hiding in his own little smokes right now, trying to tag anyone through the vent here, but gonna work out just yet as Mixwell finds the first onto Shadow, doesn't quite connect with the second. Meadow takes him down. Can we see the spray down from Pith do something? But Leo says no to David, and it's all down to Pith now, but he has no health, surely no hope. Gets taken down in the first of the second half. FABRIKEN 8-7, and it was fast, it was furious from... We'll see how G2 respond now, though. They have rifles, they have an op to work with as well. Mixwell just slowly creeping his way up long B to see if he can get a pick with that one, but there's Cypher cameras and Cypher traps waiting for him. And he has been spotted. I don't think they know that there's cameras here. This is massive. He's going to get a free pick. The flash is there for him. Does get one. David P at least gets the trade, but that is a dirty, dirty Cypher camera, one that you'll, I'm sure, be proud of, Hypok, being a Cypher main.
That is a fantastic setup there. The flashpoint coming out from Breach on site. Again, Meadow just gets a free peek into wood there. Recon arrow going to come out. The Shadow does get spotted, but Latex there to shut down David, so no kill converted off of that information from the recon bolt. G2 now forced back by the orbital strike. Pat going to try and look for something out of Hooker here. Find a headshot onto backside, just looking for something with the Phantom. Artist does find Leodets elsewhere, though. Sky Smoke's going to come out. We have a 3-man push out of Hooker. Now, this is where it looks problematic for FABRIKEN. 2 on the site right now. Third one coming through defensive spawn. Whether or not they're going to be able to hold this down. There you go. Pat does find Latex. Zipan will trade that out. Fantastic.
On B site, there is somewhat of a heavy presence at A site. 3 members here from G2.
Zipan just caught a tag through the smoke there. He's going to fall off that position on top of truck. That could be influential here. Artist going to follow up with the owl drone. Not sure if they knew they tagged him through smoke there.
Unless they got a sound cue, unless they got a dink, they probably won't have realized. But David P goes down to Zipan. And now the push can come through from G2, but also Pith falls. Mixwell with the shorty in lamps. Is anyone going to push right into his reticule? Does find one, but it's not going to be enough. Obviously, FABRIKEN
of how to hold sites without getting aggressive.
Yeah, they're certainly falling back and going for retakes. Hunter's Fury comes out. Can Leo avoid it? No, he can't because he was tagged. Always so difficult when you're tagged by the bolt. And now FABRIKEN will have lost a member here, so they will be down 1 player, and it means that G2 can push through. And as I say that, Zipan takes down Mixwell. Orbital strike comes through, so Zipan is going
He's
to
gotta
have to back
bail.
out, has to bail, has to go through the teleport. Whereas other 3 members, they are pushing on stage side. Wall is there available, so now the spike should be able to go down. It's going to be a case of retaking again for FABRIKEN, but that seems to be their game plan. They are more than happy to sit back. They're more than happy to allow G2 onto the site. We'll see how they actually perform this one. Latex is going to be in lamps. The Breach ultimate will come down just to try and get any stuns and maybe allow a little bit of a push, but no one pushed just yet. And that's 3 members in lamps. All 3 push out. Pats gets 2. Doesn't quite get the 3rd. Shadow gets the trade, but Artis is there to clean up. And now it's a 2 versus 1. 3 versus 1, should I say. But Shadow does find the 1st. Time not on his side, though. Will he see the 1 player in showers? Yes, he does, but he doesn't get the spray down. Pith will clean it up to make it 9-9. And
you can pretty much time it down to the T as soon as you see the stim beacon come down there.
well, here comes G2 again, just trying to focus on this B site. There is a sneaky Cypher camera again just above them if they do move out. And there we go. Information just being provided. I wonder whether they'll spot this one. Meadow seems to have found all these dodgy little locations for them. Shot out just to see if anyone's going to be hiding in cubby, but no one there just yet. And here comes the execute, here come the smokes. Mixwell straight onto the site. Has his knives out and ready and raring to go, but it's going to be Meadow who gets the opener onto Pat. Artis falls and second gets the 2-man spray down. Mixwell at least comes in for the trade. Leo has found his way into the cubby here. Can he do anything? Does get one onto David, and that's perfect. It's going to allow his other teammates to join him now. Just bides time for them. Pith can't do anything from Hookah.
Wow.
And just like that, FABRIKEN hold again. And this B site just seems to be just heading into B site, and I wonder whether this is a little bit of a fake, because B site's been such a strong hold. They try and send a drone over to that site, and the rest of them can go A, but that's going to be maybe a spray down. But no, Mixwell jumps in, and that's what Jets have to do. They have to dash, they have to get in the face, and now Mixwell has a Phantom to work with here.
Oh, Leo.
Can he do anything, though? Does find one onto Leo. At least this is going to be the start of maybe something magical. 1 versus 3. Does have Spike. There is 1 member. Make that 2 members on A site, and the last is going to be the Cypher rotating. Latex just has to bide a little bit of time here, but Mixwell's going to actually get the Spike down. He's going to be able to avoid it, and he will be able to smoke and survive. I mean, this is certainly doable. Does have a shorty in his back pocket as well.
I mean, the shorty and lamps. If anybody decides to push in there, he does have 1 cloud burst left as well, so he has got the opportunity to give himself some cover coming in. He does actually take a peek onto the back of Triple. Doesn't find too much onto Shadow, but he will actually find the kill there. Does go to the deny the defuse, but Meadow there to cover it. Latex will stick it. Looked a bit hairy for a second there. Shadow
be able to move on through to tomorrow's knockout, Sunday's knockout stages, but there's the long push that we saw so much from G2, and now it looks like it was tried and tested from FABRIKEN instead. They did manage to pick 1 member, but the res comes out from David P, so we're back to square 1 and 5 versus 5, but I think FABRIKEN will be pretty happy about that they've managed to at least get the res popped.
Yeah, I mean, again, the flash coming out from Shadow there. Looked like they were going to convert 2 kills, but luckily G2 able to peel back as soon as they get the audio cue that the showstopper's coming. Didn't do too much damage. It looked a little bit scary for a second. Pat. Now, actually, Zipan's in a disgusting angle behind the box. I hate clearing this one. Hate clearing this one. You expose yourself so much to the rest of site just to clear this angle. Hopefully, Pat does have somebody stacked up on top of him, and now they're going to get contact through long. That camera's going to spot out Meadow again, getting this information through. Just find 1, 2. Oh my lord, Zipan gets 2 inside Hooker as well, and a 3rd outside on site. What a fantastic hold again.
I'll say, well, we've been going B, it's not been working, so maybe they're predicting us to go A here, so we go B again.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, right? Meadows all the way back in defensive spawn right now in the doorway. Blade Storm is popped by Mixwell. He's not going to find anything on site here, so they backed up all the way out. Shadow does find David. Now going to be contact on Elbow here. Bike will go down default. Actually, now Mixwell going to force his way into Elbow. He actually runs past the player in the smoke there. Hunter's Fury coming out from Leodets. He's going to find 2.
That's fine too. And now it's just going to be no one left for G2. The defuse comes out for FABRIKEN. It's going to be 13-9. It's going to be the first map going in their favor. Now, we knew Bind was one of their better maps, and they were capable of doing so, but